Hello guys, welcome back to Chris Poly channel. This video I want to share about how to get passive income from Worker Empire on Black Desert Online. Okay, to enjoy watch my video, make sure you turn on this video subtitle, and also you can use timestamp that I already provide to go to target topic that you want. And if you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on bell notification to get any update and guide on Black Desert World. Okay, let's start this video content using any feature that I provide. Okay, actually this is video series about basic guide for note investment. And before you watch this video, I recommend you to watch my previous video about basic note investment part 1 that I'm mentioning how to invest your note and get 10% item drop rate for any monster that affiliate from that note. But if you are already familiar with note investment, you can proceed with this video. Okay, as I already mentioned on my previous video, in this time I will continue my discussion about function for note investment, especially at point 3 and point 4 that related with Worker Empire, that you can get benefit from note connection for trading, worker pet, and gathering resource by worker. Okay, this system called Worker Empire because on Black Desert Online, you can hire worker and you can hire so many worker at once to help you gathering or crafting any item on Black Desert World. And all this worker will work while your character is working, and actually they still work even you offline, but their working speed will slightly reduce. So benefit from this Worker Empire, you can get so much resource that this worker will gather or produce while your character doing any other activity on Black Desert World. And that's why this is called passive income, that all this worker will work with you while you doing any other activity. Okay, first I will show you how to hire your worker. You can hire your worker from Worker Supervisor NPC, and you can find Worker Supervisor NPC by searching it using Find NPC menu. And then from this menu, actually you can find this NPC that categorized as worker, and you will point it to any nearest Worker Supervisor NPC from your location. But actually you can find any worker supervisor from any city that available to hire any worker. Okay, I will show you more detail for this NPC. And after you find this NPC, worker supervisor, you just need to talk with them and then just choose the option to see contract worker. And to see any worker offer, each attempt will cost you 5 energy of your character. And if you agree with it, this worker supervisor NPC will offer you some worker. And about type and grade for each worker, this is depend on your city location. And because I just checked it on Grana City, special for Kama Sylvia region, we can hire any Papu and Vadus worker. Meanwhile, for any other region, have different worker. And majority for any other region, you can hire either goblin, giant, or human. And each type of this worker have their benefit and weakness. For example, for goblin worker, this is the fastest worker that you can hire. But disadvantage for goblin worker, any goblin worker stamina is very small. And this goblin worker is opposite side with giant worker. That giant worker have the slowest speed for their work, but giant worker have huge stamina. Meanwhile, for human worker, this is have balance between stamina and speed, but special for human worker, mostly human worker have more luck than other worker. And for other region, for example, for Odorexia, you also can hire draft worker. Actually, this draft worker nearly same as human worker, but combined with goblin worker. And special for Kama Sylvia region, you can hire any Papu and Vadus worker. But in my recommendation, if you want to hire any worker on Kama Sylvia region, I recommend you to hire any Papu worker, because in my opinion, Papu worker have better status either speed and stamina than Vadus worker. And take notice, to hire any worker on Black Desert World, actually there are limited one worker per city that you can get it by free. And you can expand maximum worker that you can hire by renting some lodging on any available house on each city. For example, at this Grana City, if you check menu on top right of your screen, you can find this menu for lodging, and this is any available house that you can rent to expand your maximum worker that you can hire from this specific city. And another way to expand your maximum lodging slot for your worker, you can purchase it from per shop. But before you spend real life money, I want to show you that you also can get it by free from loyalty shop. If you check loyalty shop and scroll down, you will see there are some worker lodging expansion coupon that you can purchase it using 3000 loyalties. But this purchase have restriction one time per family for each city. And if you want to expand more for this maximum lodging worker, you can go to functional tab and then just go to slot expansion tab. And if you scroll down, you will see any worker lodging that you can forecast it using Pearl. But once again, don't see any number Pearl that you need on this screen because this is come for SEA server only. And for any other region server, for sure have different number of Pearl that you need to forecast any per item on your per shop because of different currency for each region server. And for example, if you want to hire your worker, make sure you search your worker with the highest grade. As you can see, this is Papu worker with normal grade, so this is worse. And you just need to click few others and confirm it. And after you confirm, you will spend 5 energy again to check any other worker. And as you can see, I just got skilled Papu worker. And I recommend you to aim at least professional worker when you searching any worker on worker supervisor NPC. And you can use this menu to view continuously that you can set up your minimum worker grade to become professional or artisan. If I check for example professional and up, and also select number of worker to view to become maximum. So from this menu, system will auto reroll to view any possible offer worker from this NPC maximum at number that you already set. And if you click view continuously, as you can see, this menu will continuously refresh and will consume 5 energy per refresh until you find worker that you want. And this will take so much energy of your character. As you can see, actually I ran out of luck to get professional worker on Grana City that my character energy got depleted when try to search any worker. But if you find worker that's suitable for you, you can click hire worker. That to hire this worker, there are some costs that you need to spend that show on this menu. And if you confirm it, you will get your worker on this specific city that you can check it on your worker list. That you can access this worker list from this worker menu. And as you can see, this is Papu worker that I just hired from Grana City. And if you didn't like with this worker, you can fire this worker by click this fire menu and confirm it, and this worker will instantly disappear. And you can grade up your worker either from normal to become skilled, skilled to become professional, and professional to become artisan worker. And when I record this video, artisan worker is the highest grade for available worker on Black Desert World. And if you see more detail for each your worker, actually each worker have specific skill that this worker will learn any skill with random. But mostly if you do worker empire, I didn't take aware about their skill because for worker empire, we just aim quantity over quality. But if you want to spare some time to know about your worker skill, you can assign your worker to specific activity, either to gathering or manufacturing, depend on your worker skill that they have, to get more advantage for their specific activity. But once again, for me personally, I didn't care about their skill, because all this skill just supplement for their activity. And how to level up your worker? Actually, you just need to send your worker to any activity, either to gathering on any node or crafting any item from any city workshop. And now I will show you how to send your worker to gather any material on any production node. To send your worker to any production node, make sure you connect any node that have production node, like on Polyforest, MyForest. If you check on Polyforest node, actually there are some gathering node to get blue umbrella mushroom and pink trumpet mushroom. And if you invest on this node, you can send your worker to this specific node to gather any material that available to gather on this area. And you also can choose any worker from any other city as long your node is connected to any other city on world map. Because if this node connection is not connected to any other city, you cannot send any worker from any other city. And for the example, the nearest city from this Polyforest is Grana City. So when I check this gathering node, I can ask any worker from any city that connected with this Polyforest node. And to sign this worker, you just need to click specific worker that you want to choose. And this menu will show you how much time that will consume for each work. And don't forget to change how many times your worker will work on that node. And I recommend you to set as much as you can. For this example is 50,000 times. And after that, just click start work. And your worker from that city will go to this node and starting their work to gather any material from this node and bring this material back to their original town. So for example, this artisan Papu is come from Old Wisdom Tree, so any material that they gather from this polyforest, for example this blue umbrella mushroom, he will send it to Old Wisdom Tree City Storage. As you can see, this is blue umbrella mushroom that he gather from polyforest. And this mechanic about worker that will bring their work result to their original town also will work for any other activity if you ask your worker to work in any other activity on Black Desert work. And now I will show you how to send your worker to crafting any material. For example, I will show you on Heddle City. If you check on top right of your screen, you can see any possible house that you can rent to become any use, and some of them is used to become workshop function. For example, if I choose refinery, actually there are so much house on Heddle City that you can function it as refinery. And for example, if you choose this refinery and rent this house as this refinery workshop, after you got this refinery, you can send your worker to craft any material. For example, this refinery level 1, you can craft blackstone powder, grade 1 weapon reform stone, or grade 1 armor reform stone. And the more level of this refinery, you can craft more material for the higher level workshop. Okay, for this guide tutorial, I want to show you how to send your worker to craft any item from workshop. For example, if I want to craft this blackstone powder, actually from this menu, you can see they already mention about crafting material that you need 2 pieces rockstone as material for your worker to craft this blackstone powder. And if you want to see more detail from this menu, you can hold Ctrl button and move your cursor to see more detail for its material from this menu. Because if you didn't hold Ctrl button, when you move your cursor, this window will disappear. So you need to hold Ctrl button to see more detail for its item from this menu. And then to start to send your worker, you just need to click Manage Crafting, and you will see this new menu that you can choose any worker that available to work from this workshop. And as you can see, some of available worker, I cannot choose it because this worker origin city didn't connect it with Heddle City in my case. So the available worker that I can use is from this Heddle City only. But take notice, before you send your worker to work from this workshop, make sure you put your crafting material for specific item on your worker city storage. For example, because I want to send worker from Heddle City, I need to store this material on Heddle City storage. But for example, if you want to send worker from Kaplan City, you need to connect your connection node from Heddle City, go to Kaplan City. And after you connect node from Heddle City to Kaplan City, you also need to put your crafting material on original city of that worker. For this example is Kaplan Storage. Because your worker will bring this crafting material from their original city, and after this worker on Kaplan City finish work on workshop at Heddle City, they also will bring back their work result to their original city. For this example is Kaplan City. Okay, that's all mechanic about sending worker to work on workshop on any other city. And now I will show you how to send your worker to work on workshop. After you go to this menu, you just need to click your specific worker that you want to send. And after this material is prepared on city storage, when the worker is originally come, you can ask your worker to work how many times. And this is estimate work time for each work. And for example, I want to ask my worker on Heddle City, this professional human worker, to craft blackstone powder 2 times using rockstone that I already put on Heddle City. So I just need to put 2 number from this number work and then just click start working. And as you can see, this is the menu when your worker start to work on this workshop to craft blackstone powder. And you also can faster this process by click this complete now. But take notice, this complete now function will use some number of per depend on time remaining for this worker work. And after this worker finish to work on this workshop, they will put their work result on their original city storage. For example, my worker from Heddle City will put the result on Heddle storage. And take notice, one workshop, you only can send one worker only. So you cannot send multiple worker to work on one workshop. And you need to rent any other workshop from any other house to send any other worker to work with same task. But some workshop, like shipyard or any wagon workshop, you can send multiple worker to crowdly working for specific item. and to craft either wagon from wagon workshop and also to craft ship from any shipyard, you need to send multiple worker that this worker will together to bring any material to the shipyard city location or wagon workshop location. And you can send multiple worker from any other city. Not only from city where the shipyard and wagon workshop located, but take notice any material also need to prepare from worker original city location. And now I will show you how to grade up your worker. For example, this is my skilled draft worker that still work on Crypt of Resting Node production. And if you want to grade up your worker to become higher grade, make sure your worker is not work from any other production node that you can cancel anytime this worker work by click this cross button and confirm it. And as you can see, this skilled draft worker that I canceled his work just stop working. And then to grade up your worker, you just need to change your tab on this window to promotion information, and you will see any available worker to promote. And because maximum level of worker is level 30, each 10 level, worker will have 1 attempt to promote. But take notice, the more level that your worker have, the higher chance to success to do promotion test. And after 22 February 2023 maintenance update, Paradise just give some improvement for worker promotion. They just reduce this worker promotion time from 24 hour to become 8 hour only. And also worker promotion success rate, they just increase it to increase following on this table. As you can see, at worker level 30, you will have higher rate to success during this promotion test. And this rate for promotion test will increase 2% per level of your worker. So I recommend you to do this worker promotion when your worker reach level 30. Because at level 30, if you haven't promote that worker, your worker will have 3 attempts to do this promotion test. As you can see, when I click this promote button, this notification will appear. This promotion test will take 8 hours and this worker cannot work during this test. And if I confirm it, this worker promotion test will starting. And once again, you can faster this promotion test by click this complete now. But this is will spend your pearl to instant complete this worker promotion test. And sadly, we only can do this promotion test 1 worker in 1 time. So we cannot do promotion test parallelly. But if you see this promotion success rate, actually if you have worker with normal grade, I think you didn't need to wait your worker to become level 30 first. Because this success rate already very high. So if you have normal worker, you can start to do promotion test at level 10. And if fail, you can try it again to get another attempt at level 20 and 30. And also for skilled level, this promotion success rate is reduced than normal, but this is still high chance to success. Meanwhile, when you get professional worker, this success rate already too low, so I recommend you to wait until level 30 to do this promotion test for any professional worker to become artisan. So at level 30, if you never do promotion test, you will get 3 times to get 50% success rate during this promotion test. Because if this promotion test attempt is depleted, your worker cannot grade up anymore. And the one thing that you need to do if your worker already depleted their promotion attempt is to fire them and try to search any other new worker. And take notice, after your worker success to grade up, your worker level will reset to become level 1 again. And any skill of your worker will be removed and starting again. So after you grade up your worker, all status of your worker will start from 0 again, but with higher grade. And for sure, the higher grade of your worker, the higher status that they have, either for stamina, speed, luck, and any other number status that they have. So I recommend you to get artisan worker as much as you can for your worker empire. And now, after you learn about how to send your worker to their work, actually each work will consume their stamina. And you can refill your worker stamina by using any item for worker recovery stamina that you can find this worker stamina recovery item from central market and then go to consumable and then check on food menu. You can recover your worker stamina using beer, cheese pie, filled fish chips, grilled bird meat, oatmeal, and any other available food for recovery your worker stamina. But the most favorite food is beer, and also alternate food is grilled bird meat, because both of these items is easy to craft. And for more detail how to craft this grilled bird meat and beer, you can check on this screen. I just show you this ingredient to craft both of these items that you can cooking it yourself on your residence or your manor. And now I will share some recommendation for the most recommended production node that you need to gather using your worker. If you check any production node, for example at start end, if you found any excavation node, I very recommend you to prioritize this excavation node, that this excavation node will give you any kind of trash item, and all this trash item is rare item that very useful for alchemy content. And this is rare item that mostly you can get it from active activity, and you need so much item of this trash item for alchemy content. But take notice, for any excavation node, this will take longer time to work on this node, so I recommend you to send any goblin or papu worker for this excavation node. And there are so much excavation node on Black Desert World to get any kind of trash item that spread on entire Black Desert World. And this item for trash of category, actually if you sell it directly on central market, this is have highest value if you sell it in raw. But I didn't recommend you to sell it in raw because you need this item to craft any other alchemy item that you can sell it with higher price. But actually this is up to you if you want to sell it in raw. And mostly this trash of item is very rare on central market, especially for this higher value in silver. And for any node that I also recommend, like any production node, to get cereal item like potato, corn, wheat, barley, and etc. Because all these cereal item, you need it as material to craft recovery item for your worker. And also any kind of the cereal item, this is basic material for cooking content. And for any other material, this is up to you that you can gathering it using your worker, depend on your needs. Okay, I think that's all basic information about Worker Empire. So I recommend you to hire as much as possible any worker from any city and send them on production node to get passive income on Black Desert World. And don't let your worker idle on your city to maximize your profit while you doing any other activity on Black Desert World. And special thanks to all my membership for direct support via Patreon, Karya Karsa, and YouTube membership. And also my current member, Dubiadut, Jimmy Snake, Doki, Angel, Ayrton, Killsteel, Wemi, Bebu, Iliana Nico, Detraki, Divine Blur, Grosak, Snot as gold member. And also for all my silver and bronze member, thank you so much for all your direct support. This will make Chris Poly channel running and growing more faster. If you want to support me directly, I will very grateful. And as special thanks, I will put your name on my video depend on your support level. And be noticed at some level there are have some limit, so make sure you didn't get run out for this limited space. And I will put your name on every subsequent video that I release for the duration of your support. And if you want to join my membership to support me directly, you can go to any platform for Patreon, Karya Karsa, and YouTube membership. I already put link for this membership on this video description, or you can check on top right of this video. I already put card for Patreon link. Okay guys, that's all guide about Worker Empire to get passive income from Black Desert Online. Hope this video can be useful for you. If you like this video, you can like and subscribe to my channel for another guide and update. Thank you for watching. See you next time.